Okay, Bob Eldridge here again with Topspin Master, and just a really basic instruction on how to use the Topspin Master with a little bit of basic tennis technique thrown in. So first thing I want to talk about is how important it is to lay that wrist back. So with the wrist laid back, you're in a position of strength. So you have the wrist laid back. You will eventually snap it right in here. Right in here is where the snap happens. It's a low to high snap. If you start with your wrist already in a weakened position, then not only do you not have the right angle, right? Look at where my angle is. It's already too far ahead of my wrist. So you want the racket head to be behind the wrist as it approaches the ball. Very strong wrists. That's how you're able to then, just from here, look at this. You can hit that quite hard just from starting from here. Of course, I'm not going to start from there. With me, I have a loop, right? So loop comes around, my wrist is back. Now this is more complicated. I'm not going to go into it. That is a more advanced technique. So I'm going to stick with the way I would teach a beginner, which is starting with the racket down low, left arm out, and just low to high, and please do not try to hit it too hard. I know everybody wants to hit it too hard, especially us guys, but trust me on this. Learn how to do it smoothly, and it will transfer out to the court when you're hitting a regular tennis ball. All right, working on the backhand, same thing. Now, most players these days have a two-hand backhand. So here's your two-hand backhand. Let's get it a little bit better in the screen. So two-hand backhand. I like to look at a two-hand backhand as essentially a left-handed stroke for a right-handed player, right? And so a lot of times when I learned how to hit a two-hand backhand, I'm primarily a one-hand backhand player. But it's a good idea to really work on this same concept that I was showing you a moment ago. With the other hand on the racket, bring the racket down low to the hip, a little bend in the right wrist, and now scratch the back with the follow through. Start with the racket down low, scratch the back with the follow through. Down low, scratch the back. For those of you with one hand, I bring it from up high. If I was starting a more beginner player, I would start it low and then open up. And with the one hand backhand, we want to stay sideways. In other words, we don't want to use our torso to gain the power like we do with a two-hand backhand or even a forehand. So I know how to play left-handed. Actually learned how to play left-handed some years ago because I had hurt my right shoulder playing tennis tournaments when I was #1 ranked player in the 35s in Northern California. So then, out of necessity, I learned how to play tennis left-handed, and actually went ahead and played some tennis tournaments. Did quite well, so I actually got pretty good left hand. And they didn't even allow me to do a two-hand backhand in the tournaments because they already knew I was an advanced player playing down. So I had to do the one-hand backhand, left-handed. And I haven't done one of these in a while. There it is. There's the lefty one-hand backhand, topspin. So with the Topspin Master around, I'm telling you right now, if you want to really learn, you want to get better at tennis, then this becomes your best buddy. And watch the videos. I'll be giving tips how to best do it. It's nice to learn from somebody who's already been there, done that, right? So at a certain point, I was going to become the prototypical, basically can hit two forehands, left-handed forehand, right-handed forehand. But anyway, enough about me. I think that's enough to get you started for this video. And good luck and practice hard, but have fun.